When I bought this drone, I never expected to be flying like this in this location. So I guess I better explain why. So this is just a little indoor drone, a Eachine E011, and later I bought some Santa drones, the JJRC equivalent. So I've got 3 of them now, and I've been happily flying them indoors and getting quite good at it. And occasionally outdoors when there's not much wind. Bit of a problem though is, there's much wind. What helped also, I've now got my jumper with a long range antenna on, a high gain antenna, and the Amway goggles. So that made a bit of a change, and here's the batteries they came with, the Eachine JJRC 30C equivalent underneath it. What's happened, I went out and bought a 45C, and that has got a lot more punch than the batteries that they came with. In fact, I was so impressed with that I later went out for about 25 bucks Australian. I bought a set of 5 of them with another charger. And this has been a game changer because the other 2, apart from having less punch, they weren't terribly reliable. You charge them and then sometimes you get a good flight, sometimes you wouldn't. These guys, it makes all the difference. So after tennis this morning, after everybody had gone home, apart from Pete on his bike, I decided to have a cautious fly in the car park. So up it went, and I was finding it very stable. Maybe the wind dropped, or maybe the thing has got enough punch to fight the wind. But whatever it was, the longer I flew with it, the more comfortable I felt flying outdoors. So the tennis course is just off to the left, and there's the footy oval. And then I'm flying over this hypothetical roundabout for busy times. And I was having a blast. So what's occurring to me is this little drone that's kind of harmless. It's 33 grams. Once it's in the air, people can hardly see it. It's a fantastic way to check out new flying spots, to get an idea of what it looks like from the air without annoying people. So that's what I think I'll be doing a lot more of. A chance to get out, fly, scout new locations. The game changer would be if they ever come through, and it should happen, with a decent high-res camera on these, so I can either record it through goggles or maybe I'll have a little recorder inside of it. So that's the next breakthrough I'm looking for drones. At the moment I'm not too interested in acro mode. As long as I can flip around with a little drone like this, I'm happy. So I brought it down there. I thought the trees might be in the way of the signal because it was breaking up slightly, but once it was on the ground I had clear sight, so brought it up again and brought it in. So that got me thinking. So the batteries last 4 or 5 minutes, so I didn't want to push this one. So just had a bit more of a look around, not going too high, and then as Pete cycled off, brought in again. But it's changed the way I look at these tiny whoops. As I say, the only thing lacking is high resolution cameras, and that's got to be coming. So time for a quick change to a battery. I charged 3 of these up, and the other thing, these things seem to hold the charge. The other ones, apart from being a bit erratic as to whether they fully charged up or not when the red light went off, sometimes the charge didn't seem to last as long as others. These, I feel, are a lot more consistent, so it gives me confidence to fly higher and further. And between the decent vision I've got through the goggles, as long as it's good and sunny, and the extended range that I get with the Jumper T8 SG controller over the fiddly little controllers or transmitters that it comes standard with, it's a whole new game. Because I know flying inside I can fly very precisely with this, and it's just sort of translating that precision to flying high and outdoors. But for someone who's so keen on tennis, I'm bloody lucky to live in a place where there are so many different tennis clubs, different groups. I can get out and play 3 times a week if the weather's right. And if I combine a bit of droning with it at the same time, hey, that's a huge plus. So nice to be back into the air after a bit of a break. And hopefully as the wind comes down and we get more still weather, I'll be doing more ambitious things with the bugs families. So once again, bye for now. Till next time, happy flying.